What is up, YouTube? Baubles and Ball Cards back with another video. It's Tuesday, December 20th. Thank you everybody that got on last night and hung out during the live. It was a lot of fun. Congrats to Josh and James, who forwarded his prize over to Vinny. Congrats to you guys, but I appreciate all of you. It's a lot of fun. Can't wait to do more. If you would like to come on live with me on Monday nights and hang out, talk the hobby, discuss whatever, hit me up. You know where to find me. But anyway, before I get into this, I want to give a shout out real quick because I found it very interesting. I thought this was awesome, actually. Recently, Jmag did a video kind of shouting out or suggesting, I guess it was a viewer suggestion thing, about my channel, and he said he didn't even realize I had a channel. He said he had seen me live. I thought that was kind of funny because, you know, I am on several different people's channels lives often. But anyway, I was watching his video tonight, and he's talking about really good discussion about how in 2023 he wants to push his eBay sales and all of that even further. He talks about a program he's using for listing. Found that kind of interesting. I have seen that there's programs out there. And then he also mentions he has a scanner. Kind of jealous. But anyway, congrats to him. Go check the video out. But what I found really interesting, and I love that he shared it, he talked about buying collections and piecing collections out and how that's a great way to be a dealer of sorts in the hobby. It's a great way to create extra income, whether you just want to buy cards or, you know, if you do it as like a side gig or, you know, whatever the case may be, right? You could turn it into full-time if you put a lot of effort into it. So I was glad he talked about that. He also showed some sales, and it was really great. I was very happy that he showed that some of these cards he's selling, they're cards, I've said it before, but they're cards that you just wouldn't expect that people were buying, okay? And I truly mean that. It's cards that most folks just toss in a box and think, okay, you know, this isn't worth anything. It's not worth my time listing, you know, whatever. I used to be that person, and I'm going to get into this in a second, but I'm glad that he shared that, and that's why I feel that this was like very, I said coincidental, but it was great timing that he put his video out because I had mentioned and gave teasers that I had something I wanted to talk about. And, you know, I did the live last night. Over the weekend, I had the order to go out and everything. So tonight was a great night for me to do this. And he had just did his video earlier today. So the two can, like, even go off of each other. And again, Jmag didn't even know I had my own channel. So this wasn't, like, scheduled, so to speak. But anyway, it was great to see that. Go watch his video. Go check him out. Subscribe if you haven't. But over here, I want to talk to you guys, and I've mentioned this recently. I have this set up for December 8th to today, which is December 20th. And the reason I set for those dates is I had told you guys I used to show you like some Play One envelope sales. I was cataloging my sales, sharing them month to month. And then the National came around, and I'd done it for a couple months. And I kind of stopped sharing that information. I also, I kind of got out of habit of staying consistent with doing my listings. I was starting to deal with pain from arthritis and stuff in my wrist, my fingers, you know, typing on the keyboard. I have an iMac, so the little micro Mac keyboard, it's very hard keys, and it was like hurting my fingers really bad. So I kind of got discouraged from doing it. It wasn't as fun anymore, and I was in a lot of pain. Well, I did the video about having a Good Friday, like, you know, that would have been December 9th. Me and my son went to my LCS, and I stopped at Best Buy. But the Thursday before that, I kind of adjusted things, trying to find a way to set up to maybe be more comfortable for me to start listing, and that day I started pushing my listings harder on eBay. Now, as I mentioned, Jmag said he has a nice scanner that pumps through. I've looked at them before. I don't personally own one. I'll tell you guys how I do it. I actually just recently bought a light box. It's very nice. Pop the card in there. I put the card in raw on a stand. I use my iPhone. I take a front photo, flip it around, do a back photo, and then I airdrop it to my iMac. That gives me my images. Sometimes it helps if I do like 15 cards or so. I have them all the images done. And then on eBay for plain white envelopes, I have a template saved that has like my description and all that stuff in there. All I have to do is like drag and drop the photos, type out a title, copy the title, put it down in my description, and then, do the little selection things, put a price in, boom, it's done. Okay, so it's a very quick process. He has the program he's using a scanner, so his listings are pretty potent right now, which is great to see. But I sit here and I do this, and I'll tell you right now, I know there's people going to be like, screw this, you're wasting your time, ComC is better, or consignment is better, or I don't have time for this crap, whatever. There's going to be different views, different opinions, and everybody is entitled to all of them, okay? I do this because it's actually an extension of my hobby. Same reason I do YouTube. Like, I'm not making... I showed you guys my revenue on YouTube. I sit down probably 45 minutes to an hour at least every night, recording a video, getting it processed and edited and all that put together, and then doing a thumbnail, and then finally uploading it to give me, $1, $2, $3 maybe. So if I was doing this just solely for money purposes, I would be a very broke individual. But it is an extension. I have fun with it, and each of these things, they can help a little bit along the way financially, but there's other ways to do stuff, and if I keep pushing this and keep moving it further and further, it can grow more and more. Same way Jmag's talking. He wants to hit 6 figures next year. I just did a video talking about goals and using those goals to push yourself, motivate yourself to achieve something, right? So even if he doesn't hit it, he knows where he wants to get to, and that's always a great thing, right? But anyway, so I started loading up more. I got a new keyboard, I got a new mouse. Things have been better. My hands aren't hurting as bad and stuff. And, I just told you guys how I do it. Well, as you see there, I have sold 93 cards since December 8th. Now, I have heard people say the holidays, sales drop, cards aren't selling, the hobby's dying, blah, 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 right? 93 cards since December 8th. What's also key here is there's been 63 buyers. 7 of those buyers are repeat. That I love because it means I'm doing something right and people are coming back and buying from me again. That's very important to me. Customer service. I get stuff shipped out as soon as I possibly can. I package it the best I possibly can. And I am glad that people are seeing that and they come back and they know they're getting a quality card. They know that it's going to be packaged and shipped quickly. And they know the price is going to be pretty good because I tried to make my prices really good as well. So that's awesome to see. Now, right here you see $13.41 is my average sale. This is where people might say, bro, you're wasting your time. I don't see it that way. You figure that up. I have netted over $900 since December 8th. I feel that is really good for selling the cards that I'm selling. Most of it, there are some, graded stuff in there, but 90% or more has been plain white envelope stuff. Stuff that's sitting around. Most are in that $2 to $5 range. There's been some to the $10 to $15, $20 range, but majority of them, the bulk of these sales have been $2 to $5 cards. Another key I want to show you, look at this, sales via fixed price. I'm not auctioning. None of it is promoted listings. It's all just putting a card up, listing it for sale, putting a fair price, and it's selling. And stuff is moving. When I put in the thumbnail, my eBay sales are on fire, I am literally not joking. This was a very big surprise. I did not expect to do this well in such a short time. Again, there's no gimmicks, no games, no promoted stuff, no discounts. This is straight up list and sale. Now let's go down here and look at what I'm selling. Okay, and I'll show you here. Promoted listing sales, none. Offer sales, let's see. Best offer sales, 0. I made one sale of seller initiated offers, and then sales without offers has been all of the rest of them. So you can see here, it's been basically all just straight up list it and let it go. All right, go down here. I'm gonna sort this so you can see total sales. All right, everything from here up was not plain white envelope. This is the only items. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items were not plain white envelope. Everything else has been plain white envelope. Everything else. This here was 4 items. They were $8.99 a piece, $9 a piece. 4 items with some taxes and stuff in there. The guy paid $42.36. Came out to almost $36 plus tax and stuff. So he paid $42.36. But everything else you see here has been plain white envelope. From here down, the people paid less than $10. And look, there's a whole nother page here. And a whole nother page here. Why is this important to me? Couple reasons. Reason number 1, again, these are cards that you wouldn't expect people to buy. Like, you wouldn't expect it to be even worth your time listing a card on eBay. For 2, when you go over in theory, if I sit here for an hour and let's say I can list 20 cards and I'm getting, let's say, an average of $3 a card, are you going to turn down? I mean, and some people might, because some of y'all might make, very, very, very good money in your other jobs or whatever in life. But that's like $60 an hour. To sell sports cards, I'm not going to sit there and complain about that. Now, that's just a rough estimate. I don't really know how many an hour I do or whatever. I get sidetracked. I start chatting with people, that sort of thing. But if I really was to sit here and take my photos and have them all ready and then just go on and do my listings, I could probably do 20 an hour. Maybe a little less, but just a rough estimate. I'd say that's pretty damn good. Now, the key is they have to sell, but you do that over and over and over, you're going to build your listings up. I had someone the other day bought 4 Ozzie Albies Topps base flagship rookies. They had been sitting there. I had 7 of them in my total quantity, but somebody bought 4 of them. That's what opened my eyes. I was like, wait a second. eBay sales are starting to pick up. And I realized if I keep listing more and more and more, more and more and more sales happen. And so it's just a matter of sticking to it, staying motivated, realizing that not every card is going to sell, but the more you put up there, the more options buyers have from you. Going to my eBay store, go over here, go to eBay. Let's go to my eBay store right here. I'm up to 155 followers on my eBay store. 100% positive feedback. I really am proud of that. So, again, the more stuff you put up, the more people are going to see your stuff. They're going to go in your store. They're going to look at other things. It's going to lead to sales. It's going to lead to repeat buyers. And then you're going to start having a flow. It's stuff sometimes that literally would just sit in a box wasting away. If I can make $900 in 12 days on cards that would just be sitting in a box, being overlooked, collecting dust, not doing anything at all, then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to have a hell of a lot of fun while I'm doing it. Now, I know this is, again, people are going to say ComC is better. People are going to say consignment's better. I have thought about ComC, and I want to give an explanation on a few different reasons why I don't look at doing ComC. This month alone, I think I've done 514 listings. If my math is correct, that is $250 would be for 500 cards. Throwing 14 more, that's 257 bucks for 514 cards. That would be just for them to intake the cards. And that's at the slowest level, right? So $257. I pay $21.95 or something like that for an eBay store. So that's a big difference in cost, right? And then when you sell on ComC, there's a 5% seller fee. And if I am wrong, correct me. There's a 5% seller fee. But that money goes into a store credit account to where then you are pretty much locked into buying on ComC. Now that could be a great thing if you're buying ports or buying cards and just inventory there. But that means every time I have cards, if I find a collection I want to buy, I have to pay ComC then again to put that collection up there to then, load those up, right? If I want the money to use to buy a collection, there is a 10% cash out fee, if I'm understanding this correctly. So let's assume let's just say I had the $900 in my account. Well, I have to pay ComC $90 to be able to have my own money. So in relative theory, I'm paying them to put the cards in there, then to sell them. Then I'm giving them 5%, which, okay, 5% is better than the eBay fees. But if I want the cash, I have to pay a cash out fee of 10%. And in order for me to have cash flow to buy, cards that I may want or a collection or something for more inventory, etc., I got to have that in my pocket without the 10% deduction. I would rather just do the work, have fun, and build put it in my bank account, right? Have it here. That way, if opportunity arises, I don't have to worry about contacting them, cashing out, paying 10%, all that stuff. It's in my account. I know how much I can spend. I know if there's a collection that I come across and I have the money in there, I can buy it, and then I can start going through and listing and all of that. There's no right way, no wrong way. It's just whatever people prefer. Some may prefer ComC, some may prefer consignment, some may prefer doing a little bit of everything. Me, I actually find a lot of enjoyment, a lot of satisfaction. I get actually pride out of seeing the feedback, seeing the people come back and buy cards from me again, hearing that they're very happy with the quality of the cards, the condition of the cards, the condition, the speed of the shipping, all of that stuff. That means a lot, to me. Other people see that, ComC, there's not as much of it's not much of a personal satisfaction thing, I guess. It's letting them do the work and just selling cards. And again, I'm not saying that's wrong. It may work great. Some people may not even have the time. Some people might not have the storage room to keep thousands upon thousands of cards. Okay, I completely get that. So just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody's like, you're wasting your time, you're stupid, whatever, I enjoy it. I also get a lot of self-satisfaction from it, a lot of enjoyment. And anyway, another big point to this, these cards I'm selling, these $2 cards, I don't think people are sending those in to grade and try to flip. If they are, good luck to them. I don't know how successful that will be. These really feel like collectors buying cards they want to put in a binder or in top loaders, however they choose to collect, or set building, that sort of stuff. I think the hobby, the place in the hobby right now, the overall buyer collector market, it doesn't have to be $10,000 vintage cards to be a collector. You can collect 50-cent cards and be a collector. You can collect dime cards and be a collector. I think we're seeing a strong collector's market right now, and this is really positive signs to see some of these random cheap cards people are buying. They're excited. Low feedback eBay buyers too. I've seen Jmag said someone bought a card off of him with 0 feedback. I've had people with like, I think one had 4 feedback. I had one with 6. Low feedback buyers as well. Maybe that means there's some new people coming in and just having fun and buying some cards to collect. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this shared a little bit of information for you all. The cheap stuff is selling amazing, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. So that's all I got for you guys. As always, thank you. Have a wonderful Tuesday evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.